Hello and welcome to this instructional video for Total War Warhammer 1 and 2, demonstrating the use of the Alt and Shift keys for unit management in battles. The Alt key is probably the best tool you have at your disposal for moving your army in formation and maintaining its formation as it moves. If I were to select all my units and right click on the terrain, they would move, but they would lose formation and instead form up into a single line, each unit moving at its own individual speed. You can group units using the G key, but they will still lose formation as they move. If you want to keep units in formation whilst grouped, you have to either click the padlock icon or press Ctrl G. But as you can see, trying to move your formation whilst in a locked group isn't very precise. And this is where the Alt key is useful. It doesn't have to be used when units are grouped, they can be ungrouped. All you have to do is hold down Alt and hold down the left mouse button and you can drag your formation anywhere on the field. It's fast and it's easy. And if you hold down Control whilst you're doing this, you can tilt the formation to a different angle. As the units begin to move, you'll notice that they're moving within formation, but they're also moving at the same speed. They will move at the speed of the slowest unit within the army. So, for example, if I had some artillery, they would move at the speed of the artillery. This prevents faster moving units such as cavalry from charging ahead of your formation. Alt isn't only useful for moving the entire army, but can be useful for moving either small groups of units or even individual units. Alt is a very potent tool for moving your army on the field of battle. It allows you to keep units in formation and moving at a uniform speed. The next key to talk about is Shift. Shift is used to draw waypoints on the battle map. In previous Total War games, in order to make units follow a specific path, you would have to plot each individual point. But in Warhammer, you only need to draw a line exactly where you want your unit to move. You do this by holding down the Shift key, holding down the right mouse button, and dragging a line where you want your unit to go. This works for all types of units, but is particularly useful for cavalry units if you want them to, say, flank around an enemy formation. You can even issue an attack order at the end of the highlighted move. But one thing to be aware of is that the enemy unit may move after you've issued the attack order, in which case your unit will swing around and follow them to their new location, so that's something you'll need to keep an eye on. You also need to consider unit width. Wider units are best moved in a wide sweeping arc. This is very important, particularly for cavalry. Trying to make wide units turn at a tight angle will cause them to lose unit cohesion.
We must defend our homes.
Shift can also be useful for pushing units through gaps in your own lines or enemy lines. And then even swinging them around to attack from the rear. I hope you found this video useful and that you'll be able to enjoy greater control over your forces on the battlefield.